Hi guys, and welcome to episode 31 of the M&T podcast, the first episode of 2021. How do you feel?
It's the first if you exclude the fact that we went into the new year on our last episode.
We will
address
that. Address that. But this week we talk a lot about how we're kicking off 2021. We talk about the Ibiza Barter community. We talk about dinosaurs, animals and foghorns. So we hope you enjoy it. And I guess...
Get thinking though, because we addressed this in the podcast. If you could be any Harry Potter character, which would you be? We answer that question later on in the pod.
Lovely. See you in the episode.
See you in the episode.
And we're off.
And here we are, episode 31 of the M&T podcast. How are you, Tiff?
I'm good. I want to start this podcast by saying I am very sorry about the state of me in the last podcast because I was a state.
Yeah, let's just get it out the way. We had a lot of fun on episode 30.
Yeah.
Episode 30 has not been uploaded and will not be uploaded.
Well, it's on YouTube, but we're not uploading it to the world of just being in people's ears because I think it needs...
It's not on YouTube, it's private. You can't go on and watch what we did on New Year's Eve.
Can you not?
No, I've left it private. Tifla, you don't want people revisiting what happened.
What do you mean? So you changed it to private afterwards?
I kept it as private. It never went live.
Well, it had to because we were live.
I know, it was live, but as soon as we stopped, you can't go back and watch it again. It is not there to be watched. I'm sure of it.
Interesting. It is. It's right there. It's got 558 views, mate.
Oh.
We're in trouble.
I thought I'd kept it all off.
No, I knew. No.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, God. Well, in that case, I really do need to apologise because my intention on that evening and the day after was that should never, ever be seen or heard again.
Well, it was a lot of fun and we did it live and thank you for everyone that joined us live and asked us questions and stuff. But we're going back to our normal format.
Back to normal, yeah.
That's safe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ruling out going live again at some point. Maybe episode
not
40.
In the lead up to New Year.
Well, yeah, because it turns...
In multiple time zones.
I have just looked at the record... Because I do still have the recording saved. So if we ever do feel like we want to...
Nope. I've not even watched it.
I don't think we want to. It's over 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Because we got to midnight and then there was let's just keep going until UK midnight. Which we shouldn't have done.
No.
The listeners at the time absolutely bloody loved it. And were encouraging us a lot.
Yes.
So I say...
So this year we're starting with a better, healthier podcast.
It's still the same old shit though.
Yeah, we're still... but instead of just, getting right in on the wine, we're starting 2021 as we mean to go on. Still with alcohol.
Yes, this is actually...
healthy alcohol.
This is our first drink since...
Apart from the ones I sneak when you're not around. I'm joking. We are drinking today Clean and Press hard seltzers from Brewdog. These are basically sparkling water lifted with Rogue Wave vodka and all natural fruit flavours.
They do, I mean, we're about to open them and drink them, obviously, but we've had these before. You ordered them when we got our big Brewdog delivery in. They are basically alcoholic... Sparkling water with a little bit of flavour in them.
Yeah, no sweeteners, no carbs, no regrets.
Nice. Well, better open mine as well.
So we're not going off the alcohol completely. We're just not drinking wine and beers.
Well, I've always said anyway, like doing the polar opposites of going from December where we drank what we wanted when we wanted to completely dry. I
like that it's a we in this situation, whereas the most of December I was actually a good person. It was you that was drinking what you wanted.
Okay, I was drinking what I wanted when I wanted. But here's to our first drink of 2021. And cheers and thanks for everybody who has come back following last week's mess. And yeah.
How has the first week of 2021 been for you?
I think a success all round, really.
Yeah?
Yep, and that's that.
Okay,
Now,
moving on. Question time.
It feels like so much has happened in that week. I know that since we did the last podcast, it is actually about 10 days, isn't it? 9 days, 10 days since we did the last podcast. But in that time, like, we've both got into really good gym routines. I mean, you were already, but took a little bit of a break just over the Christmassy period. Kind of, but not even really. I've joined you on that. So I've done 4 workouts.
This week, yes, you have indeed.
Walked every day.
Yep,
been tracking my calories.
Getting our 10k steps in.
I've been dry every day until now. It's a slippery slope. Anything could happen.
It's a water.
They are good though, aren't they?
We've discussed this because on Christmas Day, we actually drank these, me and Sarah, to take a break, because it's like almost not savoury, but it's not sweet in any way.
It's not heavy.
So it's like a break. It was having a nice sparkling water to break away from I was just drinking Prosecco all day, so that's really like quite sweet.
I mean, drinking that now, if you gave that to my nan and said, like, have some sparkling water, you wouldn't think that actually that's the equivalent of having a can of beer, alcohol-wise. Calories-wise, there's nothing in there. Well, there is.
Yeah, it's fine. So it's like having a spirit mixer. It's got a shot of spirit in.
But isn't it about 5%?
Yeah, but so's a spirit mixer when you add a mixer.
Well, sure, and a can of beer is also 5%.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. But it's, yeah.
That's not the... I don't think a spirit mixer, the mixer makes it 5%.
Why?
You're still drinking 40% alcohol. If you have a shot...
Yeah, but if you have it then with a
doesn't
mixer,
dilute
you've
it.
diluted it. Of course you have.
But you're still having the alcohol.
But you're still having a shot of vodka in this. It's 90 calories and all of that is alcohol.
All right. Well,
So it's still a shot.
Anyway, it's my first drink
Quick
of the new
maths.
year, so I'm going to enjoy it. But yeah, you could fool anybody into thinking that that's just fresh sparkling water.
Let's do that.
Lovely.
Just spike people.
How's your 2021 been so far? How do you think this week has been?
This week's been good, getting back into a routine. I did like exercise between Christmas and New Year and stuff, but now because you can see forward and you know that there's now just weeks and weeks of nothingness. So you can, like, there's actually a bit more, I don't know, you're a bit more kind of ready to go in the new year. Like a lot of people are with New Year, New Me's.
I think this year I have definitely, so I'm not going to say we, but I have definitely jumped on board the cliche far more than I probably ever have before. Because I really have just used this as an opportunity to go, I'm going to get into a routine in the gym, I'm going to go on my daily walks, I'm getting into work a lot more, I'm making some progress there, I'm tracking
your
my
calories.
Food. And yeah, I really have gone with it's a new year, it's a new... I hate that term and I hate that cliche. But as you sort of say, like, once Christmas and New Year is out the way, we've got nothing planned in now.
Basically, for me, it's a 3-month countdown to our birthdays.
Yeah.
Which is a 12-week plan, which is actually kind of ideal. So 12 weeks is 12 weeks is kind of nothing in the grand scheme of things, but long enough to follow a really good plan.
So I'm going to have to make a lot of progress.
Exactly. And so that's kind of good. And then obviously summer's coming and we're hoping it's going to be a relatively normal summer. So you just kind of want to be in that bit of a better shape, considering we live on Ibiza.
Yeah, where everybody gets ripped and then comes here.
Oh yeah, I won't be going to
already.
Ocean Beach quite yet. But we can tan before the holiday makers come here.
We can pre-tan and
so
we're already pre-working out.
Yeah.
It's good.
So yeah, it's been good. Getting the steps in. You allowed us to buy little fitness tracker bands.
I'd say you allowed us because you're the finance officer of this relationship.
True, I am.
We both said we kind of wanted something. We didn't want a full fitness watch. We've had Apple Watches before. We didn't want the whole shebang. We just wanted something that tracked our
Steps
and calories and nothing more. And so, yeah, we've both got... They're not even Fitbits, are they? They're like...
They're me bands.
Me bands?
Yeah.
They were what?
But they track your heart rate when you want them to and your steps, and that's all I'm looking for. And sleep. Yeah, though mine told me that I got 18 minutes of deep sleep last night.
Either yours isn't calibrated right, or it really is, and that's just how shit you sleep.
Probably. That's probably true.
Because mine's telling me, I think, quite accurately how I sleep.
Yeah, but I don't have my thing on overnight.
I only have to charge it every 14 days.
I love it
We're not sponsored.
I know. We could be. We should be. So, yeah, starting the year well.
Yeah, and I hope other people are as well. I know that a lot of people... It's not been a great week globally, has it?
Don't know what you mean.
I know there's so many memes already of dry January just being torn up and thrown out the window because of, the shit hitting the fan.
Yes.
But to a degree it was expected. But I just hope that people are doing all right and had a good new year. And
if you are on the health train, then we are with you.
Yeah, we are definitely with you.
So, yeah.
This is about as
wild.
Exuberant. Is that a good word? Exuberant?
I don't
Indulgent.
know. Yeah.
As we have been in 9 days since the new year.
I know. I had to spread out my snacks over the week. I can have one more mince pie biscuit today.
You'd be proud of me. On my walk today, I had to go into a shop.
Yes.
Because we needed flour.
Yes.
So that you can make
Yorkshire
puddings for the Sunday roast that we're having tomorrow, which will be indulgent, and I'm excited. Because I've done quite a lot of exercise today and I've done quite a lot of steps, I was quite hungry, so I got myself a snack while I was in that shop.
That's why you didn't want a snack.
That's why I haven't had a snack when I've got home. You'd be very proud of me. And there I was walking around the shop, scanning everything. I'd quite like that scan. No, too many calories. I'd quite like that scan.
What did you end up with? A banana?
Like a cereal bar.
Yeah.
Because it just did the job. But what I really wanted was a bag of...
bakery things.
Yeah, donuts. But... It's those little decisions that those are quite big achievements for me. I was very proud of myself.
You're doing really well at tracking. I know you're copy and pasting my tracking.
Well, we eat the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but you're still doing well because I know that you actually it's not something you like doing and not something that a lot of people like doing.
Yeah, I know because I sort of follow a few personal trainers and things like that online, and They sort of say if you can just be bothered to do that small task each day of tracking your food, you will be far more on top of your own health.
Because you know what you're eating, you know what's going in your body. You suddenly realise...
A lot of people just can't be bothered. But the more I do it, and I'm getting into the habit of it, I don't even have to do anything. I point my camera at a barcode and it goes, that's how many calories you're about to eat. It couldn't be easier. But... I'm doing it, and I feel good about my achievements so far this week.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What else is going on?
It's cold.
Oh, yeah, we had
Ibiza has been cold, grey, wet, dark, miserable the last few days.
Yes, it basically didn't stop raining for about 24 hours.
Mm.
And it stopped today and I got outside and it was so much nicer. Just
a
little hint of sun.
Yeah, just for a little while. But we're both looking out the window just before we started this. I am pretty sure the rain is on its way back. Which I know a lot of people will say isn't that big a deal. A bit of rain. But this place isn't built for rain. And it hangs around. Because we're up a hill as well.
Yeah.
Everything gets damp and stays damp. And grey.
Siesta is more humid than other parts of the island.
Well, you see it when we walk down to town and you look back up at Siesta, because Siesta is a hill, it's usually still in a cloud, on some mornings. So, here it just stays damp and dark.
That leads on to a question that I'm going to do, and it was from Sasha, and she said, how are you dealing with the cold? I'm not.
Tiff wants to go back to Dubai.
I am missing the Dubai warmth this week. But we did light a fire for 6 hours yesterday and it was so good.
Yeah, we've got the heating on. which most days just about does the
It's
job.
enough, yeah.
Again, it's just not a house that's built to warm up. It's a house that is built for the summer to stay cool. So usually the heating just about does the job. But yeah, yesterday I think we both just got to breaking point of going, this is not enough and we're freezing. So
well,
yeah,
how many pairs of socks is too many pairs of socks to wear at the same time?
Where have you maxed out?
3.
3 pairs of socks.
That's a lot.
That is
2's
quite a lot.
even silly because I have thick socks. I have man socks.
You have big old Christmas stocking socks.
Oh, they're away now.
Oh, have you got rid of
It's not
them?
Christmas
I
anymore.
thought that you might keep them going, even though they were Christmassy.
No, I want slippers. But yeah, my 3 pairs of socks was my max, and a hot water bottle resting on my feet at the same time. I am just one of those cold people.
I mean, you feel cold sometimes in the summer.
Yeah, the only reason I'm not wearing a massive jumper now is that I've been cleaning.
Yeah, so you
I'm
get yourself a bit warmed up.
Yeah.
And for those watching on the YouTube, you've got some new ink this week.
I do. And I love it. Do you love it?
I do.
Are you
can't
jealous?
really see it, can you?
No, I think it
I
looks
am
nice.
jealous
I saw a
because
picture.
we've talked about new tattoos for a while, and then you just dropped a bombshell a couple of days ago of, I've got myself booked in for one.
Yeah, well, there's this wonderful thing. It's kind of like Burning Man-ish, where no money is involved. Whereas there's this Ibiza barter community, and I think other places should do this. I should tell someone in Dubai to start it. Instead of, if you don't need something, you swap it for something that you need or something that you want.
Yeah.
So, the first one I did is that we found extra iPhone cables. So I swapped a couple of iPhone cables for someone to fix the handle on one of my handbags because they were a seamstress person.
Yep.
What's the male seamstress? Is it a seamstress?
Seamster?
Whatever. Anyway, I literally went to their apartment. I gave them these, and they put my bag on their sewing machine right away and fixed it in 5 minutes.
Genius.
So that was all for free. And then...
Well, no, it was for
but
2 iPhone cables.
no money. And then we had this camera that we've literally not used it in the 6 years that we've been together.
No, it's just been in storage, and we've taken it everywhere we've gone, and it's gathered dust everywhere we've been.
So I basically checked it worked, Googled its worth, and then put it in the barter group, and was like, I would like a macrame for my wall, but I got one for Christmas from you.
You're welcome.
Or I'd like a tattoo or some, facial treatments or whatever. So I just put a list of things that I would happily like for it. And this artist and tattooist came back to me and was like, I'll swap you for a tattoo. And it's, how much tattoos cost, so the worth is right. And I went there a couple of days ago.
So you gave a dude an old camera that we don't use, and he gave you a tattoo.
Yep.
Nice.
And he was really nice.
I do think I've never known...
I think it's so good.
That type of sort of... Because it's just a Facebook group, right?
Yeah.
I think it's genius.
And people swap, people who have lemon trees in their gardens, they swap lemons for, fresh vegetables from somebody else, or someone makes a cake with their lemons, and silly little things like that, to bigger stuff, like someone fixing someone's car for something, or fixing a roof. You can put anything in there, and it's really good for people who aren't earning money at the moment, or don't have loads of money to spare to do these things. People are getting such good stuff, and stuff that's worth something to them for something that they don't need anymore. Yeah,
such a good idea.
But I could make a cake and get a truckload of firewood. People do that quite often.
What I like is it depends on how much value someone puts on that cake.
Yeah.
If that's what they really want, and they can't make a cake, and they don't want to go and buy one,
and they've got a ton of firewood,
which is just gathering dust in their back garden. I think it's brilliant.
So clever.
I love it.
So now I'm just going to buy everything for tattoos.
Well, this is what I was going to say. I'm not yet in this group, but I almost fear I could get addicted to that sort of thing.
Well, I'll come back to an empty house, but you've got a bunch of stuff that you like.
I'd be like, we haven't used that for a while.
But that's the thing. If you haven't used it for a while, why do you need it? This is one of those places where people are so anti-materialistic. If you have got something in a box, why is it in that box? Why is it here? Why do you have it? The only thing that I would keep, obviously, our memory.
The only thing you'd keep.
No, I mean like.
Everything else is free reign.
Certain things stay for a while and you don't look at them. Like I have a really old memory box inside a chest in this room, but I've not looked in that for a couple of years. But I know it's all my memories from like my childhood.
Yeah, you're not going to barter that.
But I'm not going to like...
Because nobody really wants pictures from your holidays
well,
from
there's
when you were
random
8.
like lanyards and like Ibiza Rocks t-shirts and things.
Yeah, you are right. If you're going through your cupboards and... I mean, the good thing for us is because we move as often as we do, we don't tend to gather clutter. But like you have said, look, we've moved since we've known each other, 4 or 5 times. Mm-hmm. And every time we've taken that camera somewhere and done nothing with it.
Nothing with it. It's just sat in the box.
Wow.
So yeah, and
people should start it up.
Yeah, I think people should. I think it's really clever. Anyway, that was a lot of conversation about that. But yeah, I got a new tattoo. Yeah.
Long story short, you got a new tattoo. And answer to Sasha's question, it is cold, but we're doing okay. Is she still in Ibiza?
Back.
Or is she?
She's got back like yesterday.
Oh, nice. Hi, Sasha.
I'm just going to move on to one from Chloe. If you could live anywhere else in the world that wasn't Ibiza, where would you like to live?
I would live in the Maldives.
Would you not get bored?
No. I know a lot of people say that. When we first went on holiday to the Maldives, people were saying, oh, don't go for more than like 3 or 4 days, you'll get bored. Nah. Well, the first time we went for 3 or 4 days, and I was gutted that we left. So the second time we went for 5 or 6 days, and I was still gutted when we left. And so the third time that we went for 7 or 8 days, and I was still, I know that's still holiday mode. I just don't think I would ever get bored.
But what would you do?
Nothing. You know that I can take doing nothing to a whole new level.
That's true.
And I
have noticed.
Perfectly happy.
You do it really well.
Thank you. I think it's a skill because some people can't do it.
I can't.
I can. I am capable of doing sod all for hours and days and weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with it.
Maldives then.
Yeah. When we've been there, we've always joked, I think everybody who ever goes on holiday to somewhere that they love, they always go, how would I make it so that I could live here? But I genuinely think, like, if we became like the managers of a little resort, little hotel, little boutique-y place and hired out jet skis, had a little bar and just gave people the best holiday of their life, I'd be quite happy just being like, yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, but having something to do though.
Yeah, I'm not saying I want to be on like a deserted island in the Maldives. I mean, it'd be pretty and lovely for a while, but yeah, I genuinely think that I would because it's just glorious.
True, I like that.
What about you? Where would you live if you could live anywhere that wasn't here?
I don't think it would be like a city. I don't know exactly. Maybe Bali. Bali was cool. Would
that not be sort of in a similar vein to what I said though? Is like there's not really much going on, is there?
Yeah, there's plenty. There's more than in the Maldives. But like it's kind of, I think, just kind of beachy. Somewhere that's not city or like not loads and loads of buildings and stuff. You still have the towns and stuff, especially in Bali. There's lots of different towns and areas. Don't know what I'd do, but
I definitely think that my preference
and bintang, the beer.
Oh, nice!
And they do a radler. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. You know, the beer with the lemon.
Yeah, with a bit of lemon. Yeah. Nom, nom, nom. I definitely think that my preference for forever is away from cities. I don't think I loved living in Dubai.
Maybe our holidays are now cities.
Yeah, maybe. This thing is that right now cities are just not appealing in any way, are they?
No.
And I don't think they will be for a while.
I'm not going to travel. I'm not going to get on a plane for a long time, and I know that, and I'm absolutely fine with it.
Yeah, I think that we are lucky and fortunate that we got where we got when we did, because we've said, we have no reason to leave where we are.
But we also had to put that work in to do that and to get there. It's not like it was easy because the weeks of panic we had, or like stress that I had about making sure everything was going to the right place in the right time. And yeah, it was lucky that we got here when we did.
Yeah.
Because we'd both had no jobs anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I don't travel for the rest of this year, I'll be okay with it.
Yeah, I am. People know where we are.
Yeah.
And if the world allows it, they can come and spend some time with us and hang out. Because yeah, I'm with you. I've got no reason. We worked hard to get here. I've got no reason to suddenly up sticks and go, I need a change of scenery.
Yeah.
And I think that we're lucky that we did that, because when we moved here, we didn't know exactly where we'd end up, what kind of place it was.
No.
But you know, that's not just me saying that's about Ibiza. I think it's about our house as well. I'm happy every day in this little house.
That's good.
And the little walks that we go on, and yeah.
Nice.
I'm happy.
Well, that's
where
good
we
to
are.
know.
Well, it's ideal, isn't it? It worked out well.
It works out okay. You know. What have you got?
Well, one of the questions we kind of already answered. This one came from my father. Where is episode 30? Because he listens when he goes out on his walks.
Oh,
and stuff.
Tim, you won't want to listen.
I honestly, it must have been a god awful mess.
Just put
We said on the night, this will be brilliant for live listeners and viewers right now, but this is not one to tune into later.
Can I remind you that you messaged me during the podcast, I think when you went to the toilet, saying this is a mess.
Yeah. I do.
Where's the message?
I mean, I know that we did get...
This is just annoying drunk now. Let's get it together. And then your mum text saying that I was loud.
Yeah, well, you were shouting, yeah.
Well, I was having fun.
It was great fun.
That's hilarious, though. Thanks for
But episodes like that, they're not going to go out. Just
as
because...
So,
sorry, Tim, but no. Another question I had that came through. This came from Erica. Mm-hmm. Is my island better than your island?
What is Erica's island?
Erica is an ex-colleague of mine and a client of yours now, and she is currently back in her home of Martinique, Caribbean island, Martinique, Martinique. Anyway, she is there, and I've just been commenting on her pictures because it does look absolutely beautiful. But she keeps on saying in her Instagram stories, my island's better than your island. And so I keep on replying with, not sure about that. And then like sending a picture of one of our views or one of our sunsets or something like that. So she has just said, is my island better than yours?
Well, I'll have to check. I'll have to go and check.
Where we'll have to just go and visit.
When we decide that we're going to leave this island.
I also challenge anybody who hasn't been to this island to come to this island and then tell me whether or not there are better places.
Nice.
Does look beautiful though.
Yeah. Rob Conway on Instagram has said, what are the best and worst purchases you've made since moving to Ibiza?
Best and worst?
Yeah. What have you purchased that is your best purchase? I quite like my car.
Yeah, it's a good purchase.
Yeah.
Why do you love your car?
Because it's a little convertible. Though right now it leaks.
Oh yeah, I noticed this yesterday
side.
when I went shopping.
But yeah, it leaks over me when I brake too hard, so I just don't brake anymore. Basically,
the seal, you don't brake anymore. I find it was leaking when I went round corners, so I've decided not to go round corners anymore. The seal where the converter, where the
driver's
roof
side.
Yeah, well, but yes, that is a good purchase. I think it definitely suits you, and I'm looking forward to the weather getting good enough to put the roof down again. Because that's basically.
Well, it's going to be 14 degrees next week.
Ooh, calm down.
What about a worst purchase? Is there anything that we've bought that we've just been like, oh, that was silly? The worst purchase would probably be IKEA in general.
Oh, doing anything. Why would
that
you bring that
cabinet doesn't
up?
have doors.
Yeah. Buying anything from IKEA here,
saying.
they were bad purchases because they either turned up with half of the bits missing or didn't turn up at all, or turned up 6 weeks later than they should have, or anything from IKEA really.
Yeah.
I think what's quite good is since moving here, because as we've said, we both quit our jobs to come and be here, we've become far more conscious of what we spend our money on. Is that I don't think that we waste money anymore.
No, I think obviously at the beginning when you're buying everything from your house and you're spending money left, right and centre, it's quite scary to look at when you tally it all up. But we've not now we've settled down, we've not actually gone too far in anything. We probably just spend most of our money on food. Especially
Would you say that we've ever wasted money on buying food and drink? Have we gone on a night out or gone anywhere where we've spent probably a lot more than we should have?
Not this year.
No, see, this is the thing.
Because the clubs aren't open. Because
well, that's
if you
true.
go out and we're like, oh, €20 drinks.
Yeah.
But I think if the clubs were open when we first got here, that might have happened because we were still in Dubai money brain.
And holiday mode.
But because they weren't, the time we did go anywhere, I guess our big extravagance when we stayed at Pikes and stuff. But if we did go anywhere, we're actually like, oh, that's a bit spenny.
Yeah.
Like, now we're kind of looking at what things cost. So yeah, no, I think we've been quite good. I thought your best purchase might have been your barbecue, love.
Well, of course. Sorry, I was just doing the camera, which I believe may have gone dark for just a second there. Sorry, guys. Obviously, the barbecue. I think for use per euro, nothing has been more economic than the barbecue.
We even used it on Christmas Day.
We did use it Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Basically because we ran out of oven space and we were like, how do we keep stuff hot? So I put stuff in the barbecue.
Great idea.
But yeah, come back to us next summer when, inshallah, touch wood, things are open again and we may have more, like say, nights out where we've maybe spent more than we should have. But even then...
The good thing is we have those Amnesia gold tickets or red tickets.
We've got 8 tickets to Amnesia.
10 if you include the Kevin and Perry tickets.
Yeah.
So really, we've got free entry to, I could go to 8 events or you could come with me and we go to 4.
I reckon you'll go to 6 and I'll go to 2.
Yeah? Is that what you think?
Yeah.
It's quite good. Nice.
I didn't really have any more questions. Well, sorry, I did get one question. And you might know this more than I do. This one's come through from Brian, who has asked, this is very touristy question. I don't know the answers to these, but you may. If we were to come to Ibiza next Christmas, so bear in mind, this is a year in advance, Brian, and a lot can change. How is it that people are getting there? Are there flights, say, coming into the island from Barcelona or other places in Spain? Because obviously Ryanair, Jet2, anything from the UK right now is a no.
Anything from the UK right now is only a no because normally you'd get a BA from City. London City
Airport,
does a twice weekly flight.
Something like that, yeah.
All through winter on a normal winter. So you can get from London to Ibiza direct.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it is cheaper to go cheap flights via Barcelona or Madrid or something, or Valencia or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, normally it's direct from London City and it's fine.
So in a normal ordinary year, there are flights all year.
Yeah. But not the cheap airlines.
Not the cheap.
Just BA. Yeah. BA are the only ones that carry on throughout.
I think, right, I mean, if you're planning your next Christmas...
But that's been like that for years. That's not going to change.
If you're planning your next Christmas holiday to come to Ibiza, which is lovely, by the way, as long as the weather's good, there's a lot of time. There's a lot to happen in the world between now and then. So
Indeed.
I would keep an eye on all your local media and news outlets.
Thank you, Matt. Back to the studio. This one's from Bill.
Oh, good. I love a Bill question.
If you could be any character in Harry Potter, who would you be and why?
Dobby.
Why would you be Dobby?
I don't know. I just wanted to pick a good one.
That is a good one, but why? You want to serve somebody, but he actually has a lot of powers. He can just
this is the thing. I like that his ability, his power, his strength is undervalued. And let's be honest, he kicks ass. And I want to die that dramatically.
Yes. Also, my character would be the one that killed you.
Oh, you want to be Helena Bananum Carter.
Helena Bananum Carter. Bellatrix Lestrange. Because she's got cool hair.
She's a nut job.
And she's a nut job in a cool outfit.
Yeah. Wow. So, inadvertently...
I'm going to kill you.
I think this says quite a lot. I've picked the character that is killed by the character that you pick.
Yep.
Cool. I also
just keep that in mind.
I also feel as if I could be set free by a sock. Read into that as you go.
You fool. I've got a couple of quick fires.
Go for it. Oh, I love a quick fire.
My sister Jade.
Oh, your sister Jade. Makes her sound like a nun, doesn't it? Come on then, Sister Jade.
Sister Jade. Do your best animal noise.
Oh, God. Do you know what the problem I have is? So many animals went through my head then.
George Surrey, the birthday boy, is trying to call me. We'll have to call him back afterwards.
Yes, we will.
Best animal noise.
Best animal noise.
Oh, wow, come on.
I think I do a good turkey. You don't do animal noises.
I do not.
You famously refuse.
Famously.
To do animal noises.
Okay, best dinosaur noise.
Well, controversially, no one knows what dinosaurs sounded like. Someone had to make that up.
What dinosaur do you think is the noise that you want to make right now?
I mean, let's be honest. The famous T-Rex roar.
Go on then. I didn't know that's what you were going to do.
So, I do know, because obviously of my love of Jurassic Park, they created the noises that the dinosaurs make by, like, merging the sounds of other animals that do exist. So I think, like the velociraptors are part dolphin, part lion, look it up, Google it, but, like, obviously no one knows exactly what dinosaurs sounded like. But I like to think that they sound like that.
Oh, God. Best impression?
I do a good Donald Duck.
Apparently.
Like,
best accent? What accent can... Oh, you do a good Brummie.
I do a good Brummie, but I usually have to have been around Brummies in order for it to truly... Because then I don't even think about it. It just happens. It just kicks in. It's because I spent so much time living there. And that's just how they all talk, and it's unbelievable.
Good, nice. And the best impression of me?
Because you are just a foghorn, aren't you? You have got sometimes the voice and noises
angel.
That just like a blade through your brain. You just cut a silence wonderfully, my love.
You're welcome.
Wow.
That's my questions. So that makes a pod.
It does make a pod.
We nailed it.
Nice and simple.
Short and sweet and basically sober.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all that I'm drinking. There'll be no more after parties once the pod's finished. It will be down to, well, we're doing a load of housework and making dinner and going to bed early, I reckon.
I reckon we got a roast tomorrow. Hosting the roast.
Hosting the roasting.
It's alright, it's George's got his present from us. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us on the first episode of 2021.
Yeah. Get your questions in, send them through if you know you want to add an element to our podcast, as Sister Jade has done magnificently this week. Send them through and we'll crowbar them in. Yeah, wonderful. So I guess we'll see you next time. Yeah. Bye!